Hey loves, it's Michelle Morel coming to you from Royal Day Events. So today, guys, I want to talk to you about using a design knife, how to use a design knife when processing your florals or even designing your florals. So guys, what made me want to do this video? So maybe some of you out there who are florists or floral designers say, hey, I already know how to do that. Well, guess what? I did not know how to use one, and so now I do. And I thought maybe, just maybe, there's someone out there who is just like I was, who did not have the knowledge, the skills, and abilities of using a design knife. So my tool was the clippers, that clippers and the clippers only. But I did start working for a floral and event design company, and one of the requirements was to use a design knife. And I guess you might say, what's the difference? Why does it matter whether you use a floral design knife or if you use clippers? So, two schools of thought on that. The first one is that I'll start with the clippers. So when you do use the clippers and you are cutting a stem, well, if you notice, there's a blade on either side of the stem, and when you cut, it's actually crushing some of the stem on the inside. It's actually crushing it versus giving it a nice clean cut, which can restrict some of the water that is intaking. The other thing is that when you're using clippers, you're gonna have to pick up the clippers, cut, put it down, design, pick up the clippers, cut, and design. Say that 3 times. Pick up the clippers, cut, place them back down, and design. So when you use a design knife, it's actually quicker. You're cutting, you design. You cut, you design. You cut, you design, and you never have to put the design knife down. So those are two reasons for that. And so anyway, I hope that this video is helpful to you. We're going to go over the proper way to hold the design knife while you're cutting for your safety, and just a proper way to use a design knife. If you already know how, then I am so glad to be in the design knife crew now, on the design knife team. And if you don't know, come join the team. You will be so happy that you did. So first, let's talk safety first. I'm going to adjust the camera and I'm going to bring it down so that you can see the cutting board and everything that we need. So what I do have for us to work with, I got these flowers at my local grocery store. They were a lot fresher, guys, before today. I had planned to do this video, but I'm just getting around to it, and I apologize for that. But we're going to go ahead and use these here. So first, we'll talk about the proper way to hold the knife. Okay, and so you can see that there's a blade, the sharp side, and I'm going to have that pointing away from my body and toward in the same direction as my thumb. Okay, so it's pointing in the same direction. The blade is toward my thumb, actually. And so I'm going to lay the design knife in my hand, the handle, right where at the base of my fingers, where the palm of my hand and the base of my fingers meet. And again, the blade is going to be pointed toward my thumb. And you see, this kind of looks like an H, if you will. So then I'm going to close my fingers, my 4 fingers, and my hand will look like this now. Okay? Looks like this. The blade is pointing in the direction of my thumb. Now, one of the things a tip that I would like to give to you is to go ahead and wrap your thumb with a Band-Aid or a piece of thick tape so that you can just be certain that we do not damage your thumb or cut it in any type of way. We want you to still have this after this session, this lesson. Okay. So do all of this at your own risk. Of course, this is just a tip that I'm trying to, give to you. So at your own risk. But Anyway, it's safe. Just wrap your thumb so you can be careful. Um, and we're not going to actually move our hand. And when I was first asked about using a knife, I said, oh, well, I know how to peel a potato. So I got lots of laughs because it's not like peeling a potato. So when I peel a potato, I still hold the knife pretty much the same way. And I just go around. You see, I'm moving my wrist a lot and I'm moving my hand. And, I can really groove and take care of a potato and, whip up something quickly. But that's not going to be the same way. So our hand, our thumb, they're not actually going to move. So I'm going to take this daisy here. So you can see I have my thumb on one side and the blade on the other side. Okay. So there are two ways that you can do this. You can actually use your hand that has the blade and you can pull it away from you. Pull it away from you. The other way is you can put the blade in place and pull your left hand, the one with the stem in it, away from you. I prefer to use my right hand that has the blade in it because to me, when you pull the stem away, if it's a very delicate stem, soft stem, you could risk actually damaging the flower, removing the head. That's just my thought. But when you are holding this stem, okay, you're going to hold it at a 45-degree angle. The thumb over here is just a guide, okay? And we're going to, for this cut, I'm going to pull the stem away from me, okay? And so here we go, okay? And then you have a nice cut. Now I would remove that because it will just become soft in the water, and I'm just gonna peel it off, okay? So, but I think that when you pull the stem away, you're putting maybe some pressure on the stem. This is just my thought, my experience, or the way that I'm seeing it. If it works for you, then let it do what works for you. Do what works best for you and your flowers, your stems, okay? So now I'm going to use the same stem here, and I'm going to bring my arm toward me in this direction. So this is the way I prefer it. And there you go. You still have the nice angle cut. Okay? And what happens when we have an angle cut? Why cut it in an angle anyway? So guys, so when you are placing it in your vessel, it's not flat. It's not restricting the opening. The opening is not restricted. So you have this nice angle here where the stem can drink water and take it right on up to that flower head, okay? So it's not pressed down, not laid down where it's not going to get any water. So you've created an opening, it's not flat, and it's going to drink lots of water, okay? So there are times when you definitely want to use your your clippers. So when you have something that's more hardy, like forsythia or quince, or even at this time of year, your cherry blossoms, you're gonna want to use your clippers. They're pretty hardy, and if you have the strength to cut through the girth of a hardy stem, then by all means use your knife. But there are times, go ahead and use your clippers. For the softer stems, they'll cut like butter, so you won't need to do that. This is Solidago. It has a little more of it has a hardier stem than the daisy that we just cut. So we're going to go ahead and just cut this here. Again, at my preference, I'm going to cut, and then there's that angle cut. Okay, guys, that is how you use your design knife, and it's faster. Again, so you're going to cut, keep the knife in your hand, place it where you want to, however you want to design, and you don't have to put the knife down. Versus the clippers, if we cut, okay, that's a little harder more of a challenge to do. You see how the blades are up in the actual petals, or the actual flower, and we're trying to place it. So you'd have to actually put your clippers down, cut, put them down, place. When you have a design knife, you're cutting, you're designing. Look how easy that is to hold. You can manage, you can move quicker. It's going to save you some steps versus cutting, placing down, So again, that is using a design knife, the benefits of a design knife. And guys, I hope that this video has been helpful to you and to someone who did not or does not know how to use a design knife. And I hope this changes your flower game. Okay, guys. For now, I'm going to say goodnight, but I would really love it, guys, if you would subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, like us, like the video, and leave us a comment in the bottom what your preference is. And even if you have some tips to share with the viewers, leave it in the comments section. Like, subscribe, follow. Talk to you soon, guys. Have a great evening and happy processing with your design knife. Bye-bye.